Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to our very first English speaking class. I am delighted to have all of you here today. This is the first session of our course, and today's class will be served as introductory section. Before we begin learning English, it is important to understand why we are taking this course and what challenges we are trying to overcome. Whenever we start any journey or try to achieve any goal, the first step is not finding a solution, it is understanding a problem. Every successful solution begins with a clear understanding of challenge. We must first identify what the problem is, why it exists, how serious it is, and what possible ways are available to solve it. Only after understanding the problem, we can move toward effective problem solving strategies. If we do not understand the root cause of a problem, even the best solution may not work. The same principle applies to learning spoken English. For many people, speaking English confidently is a big challenge. It is not simply about learning vocabulary or grammar, it is about identifying the obstacles that prevent us from communicating effectively. So, before we discuss how to improve our English speaking skills, let us first analyze the difficulties we face while speaking English. What stops us from speaking confidently? What mistakes do we make? What fears hold us back? And most importantly, what strategies can help us overcome these challenges? In today's session, we will focus on understanding these issues and developing a clear roadmap for overcoming them. Once we understand the problem, finding the solution become much easier. Students, remember that every problem has a solution, but the first step is understanding the problem itself. Now let's begin the identifying the common challenges people face when speaking English. Now let's talk about it. If I ask you what difficulties do you face when speaking English, I'm sure most of you will have similar answers. Some of you must say I lack confidence when speaking English, and some of you say that I know English but I become nervous when I have to speak in front of people. Some students might say that I often hesitate, pause too much, and struggle to find the right words while speaking. A few of you may feel that your grammar is weak, your vocabulary is limited, or your pronunciation is not good enough. Many learners also worry about making mistakes. They think, what if people laugh at me? What if I say something wrong? What if my English is not perfect? As a result, they remain silent even when they know what they want to say. But here is something very important to understand. English is not a problem. There is not English problems. These are learning barriers. Most of people do not fail to speak English because they are incapable. They struggle because they have not yet developed a right mindset, practice habits, and communication strategies. These are main things: right mindset, practice habits, and communication strategies. The good news is that every one of these challenges can be overcome with proper guidance and consistent practice. Throughout this course, we will work together to identify these barriers, break them down step by step, and replace them with confidence, fluency, and effective communication skills. So, before we learn how to speak English better, let's first understand what is stopping us from speaking English confidently. Let's discuss some problems. Some people have speaking problems. If I ask them why you don't speak English confidently, they ask that they understand English but could not speak very well. Some of say that they don't know how to start a sentence, or some say that they forget words while speaking, and some of you have not fluency to speak. Some students have vocabulary issues. They have not enough vocabulary. They don't know daily use words, and some have grammar confusions, like they get confused in grammar. They don't know sentence properly, and some have environmental issues or practice issues, we can say that. They don't have anyone to practice with. They don't use English in daily life. And the most important issue is mental block, because they think in Urdu and cannot convert it into English. That's very serious problem. Now listen carefully. All these problems: feeling shy, fear of mistakes, lack of confidence, not having vocabulary, confusion in grammar, and not having practice, these are not different problems. They are come from one root cause, and that is lack of proper practice and the wrong way of learning English. Most of people try to learn English by mesmerizing rules, but they don't actually use the language, and that is why they get stuck. In this class, we are going to fix this step by step. Firstly, we will remove your fear by creating a safe environment where you can speak without hesitation, because mistakes are part of learning, not something to be ashamed of. Secondly, we will work on simple sentence building so you don't feel lost when starting to speak. Thirdly, we will improve your vocabulary through daily use words, not difficult or useless words, so you can use them in real life. Fourth, we will not go so deep into complicated grammar in the beginning. Instead, we will focus on practice English that you can actually speak, and most importantly, we will practice in every class, because without speaking, improvement is impossible. Even with mistakes, you will improve very fast. This class is not just a lecture, it is a training session. If you stay consistent, participate actively, and complete your practice, you will start seeing change in yourself. So the question is not, can you learn English? The real question is, are you ready to participate and change your habits? Because if you are serious, then this class will definitely help you come out of these problems. So don't worry, all these problems are completely normal, because most students face the same problems. The issue is not English itself. The real problem is fear, lack of practice, and wrong learning methods. In this class, we are not just going to study English, we are going to practice speaking English, and step by step we will start speaking with confidence. Remember, you must try to speak. Mistakes are allowed, but silence is not allowed. You don't need perfect English to start, you just need to courage to start. Now, before we move forward, let me explain how this course will work. This is not going to be a course where you only listen the lecture. English is a skill, and skills can only developed through practice. For this reason, I want all of you to participate actively. Sometimes we will interact directly during the class, and sometimes I'll give you speaking tasks and activities to complete after the class. You may answer the questions by typing your response, or speak here or right there, or if you feel comfortable. No, if you feel comfortable is not. You must feel comfortable. You can send me voice note on WhatsApp, or for all those students who are on Zoom meeting. In fact, I would highly encourage you to send voice note, because English speaking improve when you actually speak and not when you only think about English. Don't worry about making any mistake. I am not expecting perfection. I am expecting progress. So whenever I ask a question, try to best to answer it, whether your answer is right or whether your answer is wrong. It is not a big deal. Okay? What's matter is that you make an effort to communicate in English. Remember that every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. The difference is that they practiced consistently and were not afraid of making mistakes. So throughout this course, I want you to participate, speak and make mistakes, learn from them, and gradually build your confidence. So now let's talk about something very important. Why we are learning English and how it help you in your life. First of all, English is not just a subject, it is a skill, and that skill can completely change your future. For example, in your studies, most of important books, lectures, and online resources are in English. If your English is weak, you will always depend on others. But if your English is strong, you can learn anything by yourself. In professional life, almost every good job requires English, whether it is an office job, teaching, freelancing, business. English gives you more opportunities and better income. In daily life, English helps you to communicate confidently, especially on social media, interviews, and public speaking. But here is the truth. Many people study English for years, but they still cannot speak it. Why? Because they only focus on grammar, not practice. In this class, we will focus on speaking and practice, not just theory. If you practice daily, even small sentences, your confidence will grow. And remember this, your future opportunities depends upon your skills. And English is one of the most powerful skill you can have. So don't take this class lightly. Take it seriously, participate and practice, because when you learn here can actually change your direction of your life. If you only listen and don't practice, you will not improve. If you only speak, even with mistakes, you will definitely improve. The word is not waiting for perfect people. It is giving opportunities to those people who can communicate. Now let's organize our learning in smart way. We will divide this course into three main parts: grammar, vocabulary and conversation. But don't think these are separate things. They are all connected. Grammar helps you to build correct sentence. It gives you structure, so you know how to start and complete the sentence. Vocabulary give you the words, because without words you cannot express your ideas, your emotions and your feelings, even if you know the grammar. And conversation is where you use both grammar and vocabulary in real life. This is where real learning happens. So think of it like this: grammar is a structure, vocabulary is a material, and conversation is a final result. If you only learn grammar, you will know rules, but you wouldn't be able to speak. If you only learn vocabulary, you will know words, but you wouldn't be able to know how to use them. Okay. And if you don't practice conversation, you will never gain any confidence to speak it properly. That's why in this class we will connect all three parts in every lesson. First, we learn a simple grammar concept in beginning. Then we learn related vocabulary, and finally we will use both in speaking practice. That's way you will not just understand English, you will actually start using it. Our goal is not perfection, our goal is communication. Remember that, students. Our goal is not perfection, the basic goal is communication. Okay. So every class we will follow the system, and if you follow it seriously, your speaking will improve step by step. Firstly, you understand the grammar and then vocabulary, and you will be able to make enough conversation or best conversation about something. Now we start grammar.